Okay, we're recording. Okay, so I just wanted to, I haven't been doing this in the past few months, and I want to get back in the pattern of us doing like a little kickoff call at the beginning of each month, especially right now. I think it's so important because we're headed into the summer months where our schedule get crazy, things are going on, people are traveling, people are vacationing, people are enjoying evenings, our nights are longer, so we're not necessarily cuddled up in a blanket at our computer earlier in the evening. So I wanted to oh, and you know what I didn't do, dag nabbit, is print off what I wanted to print. Anyway, I'm going to try and pull it up on my phone and show y'all. But what I want to do is, I guess, get some simple things in place for us as a team going into the summer months, so that even if we have days where we can't necessarily focus as much on our business, I know that I'm going to be going on a 2-week camping trip. I know that I'm going on a handful of different things, but I still wanted to make it so that we knew that we still need to set aside 30 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever it is, and we have a specific order of operations, if you will, a DMO, a daily method of operations. I wanted to give you guys something that was simplified and that was doable on a daily basis, so that we can, I guess, pick up and keep our momentum through the summer. Does that make sense and seem fair? I'm going to see if I can find this really quickly. Okay, so what Kelly Garcia and I had a big conversation about it, because here's the thing, like, I'm going to tell you right now, I know we have a lot of things going on all of the time, and that will not probably ever go away, because there's so many different personalities and so many different people are fired up by different things, right? Like, some people are inspired by all the constant available things for us to be participating in, our customers to be participating, but some people are weighed down by that. Okay, so I want to be able to maximize on all the personalities, and that's why I think that it's so important for us sometimes to reel back in and get back to the basics, right? Like, for me personally, when I first came to this company and I didn't know a dang thing, I couldn't answer the product questions, all I did was get very, very excited about some things that I knew looked awesome. I got very, very excited about an opportunity that was exciting to me, right? If it's exciting to me, I can definitely exude that, and excitement is contagious. So I didn't know all the information. I was just ATMing, right? People were like, what are you doing? What is that you're talking about? What's going on? Let me get you in the group, okay? So I think in the past month or so, we've done a really good job at bringing it back to the ATM. But I want to take that a step further and really just have everybody working on, and this is not going to be a one-size-fits-all, but I am going to share this. I've had this in my back pocket for about 3 weeks now. A couple of you have seen it. But this is going to hopefully give everybody, I'm going to show you on my phone, and I'm going to put it in the group today, okay? So I was going to share it on the screen, and I probably could figure out how to do that. But I just want to share this with you guys. It's a daily steps to success, 5 daily steps to success. And with that, I have like a tracker. This is super simplified. So this is not another tracker, right? This is not another temperature gauge. This is not another thing. This is so totally, you guys, some of you have seen my DMO, my personal, what I had created at the beginning of the year. This is like my personal thing. This will be mine every single day, right? But this is, I mean, mine is very personalized, because I basically have what time I need to drop the kid off at school and all those things, right? But this one right here is very basic. So I'm just going to read it to you really quickly. And I don't have the chat open, but if you guys have questions or if you guys want anything added, we can probably still make some variations on it. It's orange because you know I love orange. But so number 1 is going to be grow your network. So in that, so like number 1 in this first light orange block, it says grow your network. So you could pull this up every single day. You can save this on your phone. You can make this one of your lock screens, whatever you want. It says add 5 new friends daily, comment on a public post, profile pic is great. So your 5 new friends, you're going to go and comment on their page, send a message thanking them and expressing excitement on getting to know them more. Okay? So if you're doing 5 people a day, like there's nobody in my entire life that doesn't have time to add 5 friends and send 5 quick messages or comment on 5 posts. Okay? So that's just like an easy thing to make a priority. And that right there, if you were doing 5 people a day, I don't think there's any of us that are consistently doing 5 people a day and starting those new conversations every single day. But if we were, it would be, eventually it's going to start sprouting into something great, right? So this is going to help us build momentum in the summer. Number 2 is increase engagement. Sending your happy birthday messages daily. We need to be consistent. Comment on 5 to 10 non-Modere people's posts and stories every time you open Facebook. This is either going to do one of 2 things. You're going to be commenting on a lot of people's stuff, or you're going to open Facebook less, so you're going to be wasting less time. One of the 2, right? And then react to stories. I'm not going to spend a ton of time tonight talking about stories. I do want to touch on them quickly, but reacting to them goes straight to their messenger, and that's a way of starting new conversations. So number 3 on this steps to success is make connections. Join and add value to groups that align with your interests. Guys, I don't know. We'll see what time we have. I learned some really cool things about groups, and I would like to show it to you that will help you find the groups you're looking for that are not going to be overlapping. Okay, they're going to actually align with your interests. And I should have done Zoom on my phone so that I could do it on the computer and video it for you guys, but it is what it is. I'm going to try and walk you through, maybe, if we have enough time. So join and add value to the groups that align with your interests. And the other part is starting new conversations with people who are new or you haven't talked to recently. So we're going to put a lot of focus this summer, I think, on groups and stories, because that's going to be where Facebook is kind of headed, is groups and stories. So once we find the right groups for you, I think this is probably where our biggest problem is that we aren't getting the right groups for our brand. You know, we feel like, Gigi, I'm going to use you as an example just because I know like you're in some diabetic mom groups and some nurse practitioner groups, and those definitely align with who you are as a person, but creating that brand and really digging into like, what are your interests? Like, you love to travel, you love all Irish things, you love spicy, you love, there's a lot of things, and I'm just using Giria because I know her very personally. There's a lot of things, and there's a way that Facebook's going to help us find those groups, but really engaging in those groups. I'm going way more in depth with this than I really need to. Number 4, use social media to be social. Post 2 to 4 times. And actually, you guys, 4 times is probably too much. I probably need to edit this to say, like, I don't even think you need to post 3 times a day. 1 to 2 times. If you're posting 1 to 2 times a day on your social media channel, on your profile, I'm good. Okay? I would rather you post 1 time on Facebook, your profile, and 3 times in Facebook stories than vice versa. Okay? That's where Facebook's heading. And stories are so much more fun. Like, you can be goofy, you can use filters, we can talk about that. But I want you to be consistent, right? Like the day, and here I am, I didn't post on social media yet today because I had a Daphne day. But we have to be consistent. That one day of not posting on social media, it harms our algorithm, right? So now I'm going to have to, I'm going into a power hour here at 8 o'clock. So I'm going to have to work extra hard that first 20 minutes of engagement to warm my algorithm back up so that I can be active for the power hour. Makes tons of sense, right? So being consistent with posting. Limit your targeted product posts to once per week. Same for business. So if we're doing the correct thing in groups, and if we're doing the correct thing engaging and having the conversations, we shouldn't have to post as many direct, now get that, I'm saying direct product or business posts. They can be very indirect, right? Like, I can make a post about how much energy I have today. Thanks for my cup of confidence. That's very indirect. Direct is a results picture saying 3 products, 3 months, 3, you know what I mean? Very direct. And then add value to your audience using encourage, educate, entertain. And I think you guys have learned about the 3 E's. If you have questions about those 3 things, we can talk about that, because your post, you want to be educating, you want to be encouraging, you want to be entertaining. That's very simple. And then the last thing on this 5 steps is self-care for you and your business. Drink your water, be a product of the product, and use your chosen products daily. Guys, I think we get so overwhelmed because there's so many great things we want to do. I am a walking, talking billboard for the fact that I wanted to order all the things, and I was going to use all the things, and I made up this whole sheet of all the things I was going to take. Well, when I have to take more than 3 things in a day, I'm inconsistent. I promise you. So when the coffee came out and I knew that I could be consistent with coffee creamer trim every single day, I committed to coffee creamer trim every single day. Do I take burn occasionally? Sure. Do I do other things? But when people ask me what my results come from, coffee creamer trim, I'm consistent every day. So picking what's your thing, what's your combination, what's your magic, it makes a huge difference. This is the first time I've had this big of a results from products, and it's because I'm consistent, because I dialed it down and said I'm going to be consistent with a specific small group of things. Okay. Have at least 15 to 20 minutes a day to read, listen to something growth focused, and or journal/plan. You guys, I think it's so important. I'm not going to go on any sort of talk tonight speech about personal development, but I really do want you guys to find something. If it's, the strangest secret doesn't work for everybody. If it works for you, please stay consistent. If the scrolls that Karen has been posting for us monthly, if those work for you, do those. I did those in a 10-week thing where we were doing a new scroll every week, and I loved them. I am not currently doing those because I have a few other things that I'm doing. Okay? But you guys, you have to find your thing. You have to find, if you're going to pick a 20-minute YouTube video every day to listen to while you're in the shower, do it. Okay? So make a commitment to yourself that you're not only going to work your business, but a huge part of working your business is feeding your brain, and that's your personal development. So make sure that you're being really committed to that. Okay? So here's the beautiful thing. We have this cute little thing that I'm going to send you all, and you can have in your phone. But we also have a DMO checklist. So you can check off, and we did Monday through Saturday. So Sundays can be either a catch-up day, rest day, whatever. Obviously, you're still going to post as long as you're not like me today. You're going to post on Sunday or keep your lifelines going, but you can check off Monday for grow your network, increase engagement, make connections, social media to be social, self-care. There's a note section, and then at the bottom, bonus activities, number of Facebook Lives, number of referral posts, and number of buy-sell trade posts. And I'm actually going to talk about those things in a second. So I'm just going to send these to you guys. I don't feel like this is, like I said, it's not a one-size-fits-all, but I do think that it's something that for those of you that are struggling with too many things going on and don't know where to put your focus, having this little sheet of reminders, the very specific little bullet points, if you did these things every single day, very simple, there is, with the exception of the personal development, you could complete this whole thing in 30 minutes. So I'll send that. I'm actually going to post it in our group, and you can use it if you want. You can check it out. We can always, Kelly did the graphics for me, so if we want some edits to it, we just need to gather them all at one time, because I already sent back some to her, and she had to not recreate, but like to edit it or whatever. Okay, so I hope that you like that. I'll send that out. My goal here is really to pick up the summer momentum, not pick up, maintain, because you guys, we really did. April and May were really, really, really good months for our team. We are, being recognized for consistency. We're being recognized for consistent growth. Guys, we're definitely on the uphill swing. For the adversity that we went through in the fall, we are in an incredible spot, right? There's nothing but growth going on, and we're also focused on so many good things. Now, I feel like our team, because we are as consistent as we are with so many things, I feel like a lot of things that happen in the company don't really affect us anymore, because anything negative that happens, I guess. And I don't mean in the company as in Modair. I mean somebody leaves outside of our team, things going on outside of our well-oiled machine that we have now. It doesn't even affect us because we're doing so well. You guys are killing it, okay? So, do what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. And we're going to talk about a couple of things that have been going on. But I really quickly want to talk about our contest winners. I threw out that Finish Strong contest at the end of the month. I said that I would do first, second, and third place for customer pod points, and then I was going to do 2 winners for the ATM contest. And I sent, so I may have not posted on Facebook, but I definitely did a lot of calculating today. I went through our entire team and calculated all of our customer pod points, and I have them written so that I can tell you the exact numbers. So from the time that I posted that post until midnight, till the close of the month, right? So midnight Mountain Standard Time, shut off the customer pod. Our first place customer pod point growth person was Becky. So good job, Becky. 790 points she added in those. It was like a day and a half, day and 3/4. So 790 points she added in that last little bit. And then I said I was going to do second and third place, but we had a two-way tie. So I'm just going to do 2 second place people. And Tamara and Charlene both got those. They added 450 points each in those last 2 days. I'm going to call it 2 days. It wasn't quite a full 2 days. So that's super exciting. You guys crushed month end. So wait to go on that. And then for the ATM portion, guys, 1 point for every 3 people that were ATM'd. All you had to do is drop the 3 people's first name into that, into the thread of that chat. So the 2 winners that were drawn for that are Tina Rockwell and Missy Woods. Guys, there were some massive ATMing going on, and that makes me so excited because it kind of aligns with getting back to the basics, right? We had some people showing up and showing out in the ATM. So I don't want anybody to not be recognized, but guys, it was so fun to watch that going on. And actually, this is the second time we've done a contest like that. How does everybody feel about that? What have you thought about these last 2 contests? Both the ATM one and the last one was what? The giveaway contest. You just had to send out the messages. It didn't matter if they said yes or no. You just had to be reaching out. Do we like those? Those are very activity based. They're very easy for everyone to have that opportunity at. Yeah. All right. So I'm always looking for new things that you guys want to do as far as little incentives like that. I think that little short 2-3 day window at the most are easy to stay excited about when we do these longer contests like the Mayhem one that went on in Dynasty. I think some of us forgot that it was even going on. And then we kind of had to remember at the end, and everybody was kind of scrambling to get the referral posts finished and all of those things. So if you guys have contest ideas, prize ideas, you can always throw them out. Throw them out. I'm always looking for those things. So those you 5 ladies that I just read off have prizes coming. Okay, we talked about back to basics. Okay, now I just want to talk about, obviously I'm doing this kickoff before the company kickoff tomorrow, so we don't know what the incentive is for tomorrow. I do have a massive list, and I haven't gone back through. I'm going to read this list off really quickly, and I'm sure that there are some on there. I went through the mover points list line by line on the 29th. So if you earned it on the 30th or the 31st, I don't have your name on this list, but I do want to recognize really quickly the people that I know that earned the mover for May. So the water bottle and the exercise bands: Michelle Burke, Leslie Meyer, Darla Smith, Dawn, Charlene, Nikki in the top 100. Summer was in the top 100. We had 2 ladies show up in the top 100. Katie Heiser, Karen, Allie, Erin Church, Diana, Holly. You guys all earned the mover points. Like, did I not say your name, Becky? I know I saw you on the list too.
I think I earned mine on the 30th or the 31st. I can't remember.
Okay. So
but I'm on there.
All right, and Becky, you guys, it's so exciting to me when all of these names are showing up on those lists. Like, I want to celebrate it every time. I do have posts to put on your wall. I wanted to go back through on the 30th and 31st and get any names that I may have missed. So I do have little congratulations to pop on your wall, because I think it's good for your audience to see that you're consistently earning, or even not consistently. Like, if you have been hanging out for a minute and all of a sudden you got to work and you earned a prize, like, I want to be able to celebrate that. So I'll get those up. Okay, so this month heading into the summer, you guys, if you've never been in network marketing in the summertime, everybody talks about how it's the hardest time to build your business. But if you keep telling yourself that, it's going to be the hardest time to build your business, okay? So if you are very intentional, and even if that thing that I went over at the very beginning is not for you, and you have a good DMO, or you have something that's working for you, as long as you stay intentional with your time and you work with integrity, you post and add value, there is no reason. We saw some of the biggest promotions ever that I've ever seen in the industry happen last summer. Okay, so I want that to continue to bleed through our team, because that's the path that we're on right now. I don't want us to see a slide backwards when we are in such incredible momentum as a team, right? So I want to talk really quickly about referral posts and buy-sell trades, because this is where, we get, like, Nikki had a scary thing happen yesterday. I'm going to talk about that just for a second, because Nikki was posting, and Nikki is probably our very most consistent buy-sell trade poster. But when we get going in such a fast pace, Facebook will shut us down. Nikki experienced it yesterday, right?
Yep.
I mean, the hustle be real. We have to be, I want you guys to really think when you are doing your post, like I was thinking about a buy-sell trade post for me today. And if you guys really focus on hitting some people's pain points and changing them up too, don't be using the same buy-sell trade posts, and really be a little bit more organic, I guess, with the posting and using your own words. I started to say this and I had a squirrel moment. I was thinking about a post for me, and I just post my before and after picture on my public profile. And I was like, how could I use that in a post in a buy-sell trade, right? Well, for me, I can talk about and use the fact of, have you tried everything out there? Has nothing worked for you? Do you struggle with consistency? Right? So using something like that, and I'm just using those words personally, but if you're using something that actually will, still keeping it simple and short, because we all know that the longer the post is, the less likely it is to get read, but changing it up, making it personal so that it actually is hitting somebody's like really big pain nerve. Okay. I don't want you to stop with the buy-sell trades. I think we've got ourselves in a really good mindset with who cares about the haters, who cares about the responses that we're getting, because where there's one person out there that has something crappy to say, there's 25 that want to cheer you on. Okay. And that's probably a horrible equation or statistic. I just made that up. But you know that the negative people are less than the positive people. And the more excited and the more positive you are about posting those, the more positive feedback and results you're going to get back. Okay. So I don't want anybody to get discouraged with buy-sell trade. And on that topic, when, actually, I'll come back. I'm going to come back around. Referral posts, same thing. Guys, so last month I did a $50 cash giveaway, and I posted a few times on my Facebook wall, and I got a handful of referral posts from that. But I'm going to tell you right now that I went back through old lead lists, and I had far more success when I personal messaged somebody, checked in with them, and I was like, hey, I have this going on. I would love to get you entered. All you have to do is do a post for me. Like when I was just Daphne and I was just myself, and I went to their messenger and I just said, hey, you want to be entered in my $50 cash giveaway? Your post, you have to remember, like throwing posts up on our wall and hoping people see it or waiting to see if it works is only going to get us so far, right? Especially if we haven't done well with engagement, especially if, the algorithm is such a tricky thing, right? We have to be very intentional with the way that we're working on Facebook. But if you're going to Messenger and saying, I'm actually going to use Michelle Burke for a second because we're working on her algorithm. If I were Michelle Burke right now, I would be sending messages to my friends and family and being like, hey, don't know if you saw, but I actually just made a huge switch. When I left It Works, everybody knows I was there for 7 years, and I came here 2.5 years ago. A little bit after I started, I sent messages out and I was like, hey, I'm probably going to shock you, but did you see that I left It Works? It's a conversation starter, right? So finding something that you can use as a conversation starter, and then just saying, hey, you know what? I would love to share more about this with you. This is a good way to get people ATM'd. It's a good way to get these referral posts. But I'm going to tell you what, I am going to preach referral posts over buy-sell trade posts, because referral posts, it's a warm, cold market. Does that make sense? Like your friend is already giving you already have a little bit of credibility going in with these people because your friend is making the post for you. So even though the market is cold, it's warmed up with some credibility to start. So if you guys aren't using referral posts, I want you to get on board with referral posts. If you need help with referral posts, just ask. And referral posts for me are super simple too. I actually use some of Jordan's that she put into Dynasty that are like 3 or 4 lines long. I want to just put enough out there that somebody says, what is it? So that I can take it to Messenger and have a conversation, right? I don't want to spill anything extra for them. I want them to have to ask. So referral posts, buy-sell trade posts, they're going to be huge for you for summer. One of the last things that I really wanted to touch base on is, I even really want to talk about it. Actually, I'm going to talk about groups and I want to talk about stories. And then I'm going to let you guys go for tonight so that we can get ready for the power hour and then the opportunity Zoom. And so speaking of power hours, I hope you guys are all taking advantage of those, because for me, especially for me, on a day like today where I did a Daphne day and I kind of was doing administrative stuff for the hours that I've worked on the business, I haven't done any posting. I haven't done my normal DMO. Power hours are such a good way to get yourself back on track, right? Even if you can get up for a half hour of them, guys, it is there's just something about showing up there, and I always leave my camera on. I always mute myself, okay? So camera on, mute it off, so people can see that I'm working or not working. They can't hear anything that's going on here, so my family can still live life. But it's a very dedicated hour for me, and I get so much done. So I think that anybody that's been on them or uses them religiously can attribute to that. Okay, so posts or stories and what did I say? Stories and groups. Okay, Facebook stories. Guys, use them all day long, every day. You can use the same stories in Facebook and Instagram if you're building on both. Use your stories, right? Make them funny. Do quick 10-second, however long each one of them is. I can't remember. Facebook and Instagram are different lengths. Little live videos. You can talk about whatever you want. You can post results pictures and stories a lot more than you can on your public profile and have it not be spammy. Just saying. Only hangs out for 24 hours. But when we have these giveaways, when we're looking for referral posts, when you're doing a personal giveaway, when you're doing those things, get them in stories. I don't know about you, but I scroll stories almost more than I scroll the news feed nowadays, especially on Instagram. I watch Instagram stories a couple times a day. I get caught up on Instagram stories. So please use your stories. Facebook is going that way. There's lots of training out there. I know that Charlene did some specific training in on stories, and I know that she is eager to share that with all of us. So keep an eye out for that. I think that you'll see some good things, some exciting things to help with that. She has her camera off, but I know that she's on board. I hope she's feeling better. She has a stomach bug. Thankfully, we're on video and not in person. And then I want to talk about groups. Okay, so I did this training, and if you have an iPhone, this is going to be relative to you. I don't know as though Android has this yet. When I did the training, he stated that this is not for Android yet. Apple owns their own software, so they can roll things out faster. Android has to get things approved and go through some different other things for it to work. But if you have an iPhone and you so obviously all the updates that have been happening to apps and such, on an iPhone down here now you have like all these buttons, right? And there's the little group button, the little button that has like 3 bodies in it. When you hit that, it's now going to say groups, and it's going to be a news feed of just your groups. So you can scroll your whole news feed of groups. But at the very top, it says your groups, discover, create, and then there's a wheel, like a settings wheel. So if you click on your groups, I probably need to figure out how to do a training on this so that you guys can see this. But when you go to your groups, it actually is going to be a full list of your groups. And there are so many things we can do now, but I'm not even going to go into that right now. I want to talk to you about this discover button, because so many of us are struggling to find our brand groups, our brand area, our way of really finding groups that work with us. So what I want you to do is I want you to hit that group button on the very bottom of your phone with the little 3 bodies in it. And then at the top, I want you to hit discover. So you can take notes and do this after we get off. And if you have questions, you can message me if you can't do it while we're on. Once you hit discover, I want you to scroll down until you see what are you interested in. And there it starts out, there's little bubbles. One says animals, one says arts and entertainment, books and literature, business, and then see all. I want you to click see all. Okay, so now there's all these bubbles. And if you click on the first one, animals, you can click on all the different animals that interest you. And then you can click on the next one, arts and entertainment, and all the things that align with you. And you can go through all the bubbles until you have all of your things selected, okay? So just bear with me. I know I'm going through this kind of quickly. But once you've gone through all those bubbles, or the ones that you want to, and selected the things that align with you, at the bottom you can click search groups. And Facebook is going to supply you with a list of groups that align with you personally. So we're all going to get a different list of groups. Okay. You can look at the number of membership. You can look at, some of them might not be what you want. You can remove it and they'll bring you new, but these are all going to be groups that are aligned with the interest that you actually selected. So instead of you having to be like, oh, what am I interested in? Oh, bowling, and searching bowling, you can pick bowling on the sports, what is it? Yeah, there's a sports one, I think. On the sports one, and it will share groups that actually mix, and maybe it's moms that bowl and you selected mom groups and bowling groups, and they're going to give you groups that align together. Okay. I think that is super exciting. I also think that it's, under the year groups, I said I wasn't going to talk about that, but there's a really easy way now to leave groups. There is a really easy way to change your notifications. You know how Facebook automatically, when you join a group, you automatically are set at highlights only? There's a new screen where you can switch your notifications of every single group just on one screen. Okay, so you're not having to go into every single group and edit notifications and go through all the hoops to jump to find that. So like I said, Facebook is focusing on groups and stories. So they're simplifying all of this, and I'm doing as many trainings as I can right now to be able to answer questions or help make this as seamless as possible. Okay, so we're going to be focusing on that. And if you guys want to dig around in there, if you have an Android, check it out too, because I did this training a few weeks ago, so it may be caught up now. And then the last thing, you guys, I really, really, really want you guys to push the envelope this summer. I know that I have a swimming pool in my backyard. I know what summer days look like, but I want you to hit all of your goals. I want you to put the car in gear and really, really go after all the things. All right. So that means that you're going to have to remove yourself from your comfort zone to ask people to check out your opportunity. You're going to have to remove yourself from your comfort zone to ask people to take a look at what you have your hands on. You're going to have to remove yourself from your comfort zone to say, I am capable of Platinum 3. I am capable of Platinum 2. I am capable of Elite. You guys are all capable of all of those things. So I really, really, really want you to push the envelope this summer. Set some goals that scare you. Some of you have heard my goal setting talk before, and some of you haven't. But if you already had a goal in mind for this month, I want you to cross it out and take it to the next level. So if your goal was gold for this month, I now want you to set your goal at Platinum. If your goal was Director 1, now your goal is Director 2. Some of those are big goals. I get it. But if you work just a little bit harder to hit that bigger goal, the worst thing that's going to happen is that you're going to hit your prior goal and be a little bit past that too, right? So I want you guys to just really double down. I want us to show the shop mob that Elite Legacy has it going on, continued, right? I want you guys to know that I appreciate each and every one of you, and I am, on a daily basis, I definitely express gratitude. I do gratitude every single morning, and this team is in that gratitude every single day, right? My gratitude changes daily, but you guys are all in there every single day because of you guys, we all get to do this together, right? So push the envelope. I would love to hear your goals. I haven't asked you guys to send messages or anything, but and I'm not a mind reader, so if you want me to know your goals, I would love to. I started making a leaderboard on my wall. It's just a work in progress right now. I'm not even showing you because it's not what I want it to be. But those people that have reached out already that wanted to be on the leaderboard, I'm doing pictures. I'm going to ask some information about you, and I'm going to watch people as they climb the ladder. And it's so exciting. They just have so much going on. So this is definitely going to be the summer for us. Okay, so don't let up. I appreciate you guys for jumping on here tonight. Does anybody have anything that they want to talk about? I've just talked for 36 minutes and not given anyone else a chance. No? Questions, ideas, thoughts? I do have one thing. I said I was going to let you guys talk, and here I go again. About a month ago, I asked your team leaders and above to collect all of their any photos or graphics that they love to use for the business. So that being our enrollment kits, our, I just shared a cool graphic that I took from M Life in the chat yesterday with the 5 lifestyle changes. Any graphics that we have that we use and people are like, hey, where's that graphic? The list of things we need to sign up a new customer. And we have been they compiled them. They sent them all into that chat, so they're all in one place right now. I'm going to be making some new albums in Elite Legacy so that you guys have all of the graphics at one place so that we don't have to dig for them, so that'll be handy. And I am also going to be working on some new things for units in the group so that I just really want to make sure onboarding, I feel like that's our biggest weakness is onboarding. And Michelle is probably the newest one on here. No, maybe not. John, maybe. But I want to make it so that every person that joins our team has like a very fluid, like easiest way, like this is what I have to do, step 1, step 2, step 3. Somebody suggested that we do a new group that was just for your first 30 days, but that's another group, right? Like another group. Lordy. So I'm just trying to make something flawless. Any ideas you guys have or anything that you want to pass up, I welcome all of them. So bring them on. All right, guys, we have 20 minutes until power hour. You jump on, yay. If not, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern, Opportunity Zoom. I am doing one tonight, so if you have anybody you want to invite on, I'm going to bring it. I'm going to be coming right off of a power hour. So get them on there. I'll let you guys go for tonight. If you guys have anything, please don't hesitate to shoot me a message, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Have a good night.